Welcome to the Energy Hour. The Energy Hour is brought to you by Quality Home Improvement, Southern California's premier residential and commercial contractor, making homes and businesses energy efficient, one building at a time.
What's going on, Southern California? This is Christopher Moss. I'm your host at the Energy Hour podcast. Today is May 24th, 2021. It's Monday. Have you had your coffee yet?
I'm having it right now.
You're having it right now? Rob's got his little QHI cup.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Whatever the hardest core espresso stuff you had here was.
Nice.
And then I hit extra.
Crawled in there.
So Rob's in the house. What's going on, Big Rob? How was your weekend?
It was a weekend.
You know?
Yeah, it was.
All right.
It was just a weekend.
All right. Sean's in the house. He's got his bottled water. And
so healthy.
yeah, he's always drinking water, man.
No
Yeah.
kidding. It's a
Do you
camel.
do you feel like an ox or something?
I have to offset at least 5 gallons of water with 5 gallons of soda. So
I thought you were going to say vodka.
Nice. I don't know, Rob. It's clear enough. It looks kind of like vodka.
yeah, but it's not.
Okay. All right. So here we are. It's Monday.
Monday.
And today is kind of a crazy show because we want to talk about, you know, the excitement that people get every time they open up their utility bill, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, you got this stuff going on throughout your life. You got to work, 9 to 5, right? Monday through Friday. Some of us work 7 days a week.
Yes.
Well, I try not to anymore.
Right.
But I'm working 6, and it depends if I'm going anywhere else. Mm-hmm. I'm running leads and doing all this crazy stuff. But the reality is everybody on the planet right now, every month, has to open up their electric bill.
Yes.
And it's not like it's part of the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance and electric bill when you pay your house payment.
Right.
No, that's painless. Banks have figured that out, right? How to stuff that in your shorts. But we haven't done anything with the electric bill, the water bill, the sewage bill, and if you notice, how water's going through the roof.
Yeah.
That's the next commodity.
Yeah. Got to drink though, right?
You got to drink, man.
Good thing we got those AWG panels.
Exactly.
Yeah, really, no kidding.
What do they call that? Atmospheric
water generation.
Yeah. Did you know that you can do that, man? We have these AWG panels that pull out the sweat from the environment. It just sucks it out.
Absolutely.
The
Humidity into water.
Yeah. The humidity, exactly.
Like 2 panels provides like 500 to 600 bottles of water, 16.9
every month.
Every month. So if there is even a problem one day or a natural disaster, you don't have to get shanked.
You don't have to worry about it. Well,
to go get your water because it's coming from your roof.
Because trust me,
make sure you've hidden your solar panels.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That toilet paper and water are the first thing to go.
Right. But your water could be on your roof.
Well, check this out.
Well, you can move on to animals.
How many bottles of water do you guys drink a month?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
Probably about
50?
What, the 16-ounce one?
So these are 16.7. I go through a canteen, which is probably 2 of those. I probably go through 4 or 5 a day. So probably about 8 of those. 5, 6, 7, 8 a day.
Okay.
I'm so almost drowning.
Times 30. You're like water.
I'm almost drowning all the time.
Rob's over there waterboarding himself.
So, but put it this way: even if you did 8 of those, which you don't have to, what you need to do is 4 of those.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that would be 4 times 8, if that's right.
Yeah.
But if you did 4 times 30 days, well, what is that?
120.
120.
Yeah, it's 120.
But two of these can put up to 500 to 600 in a good area.
So,
and I mean, that's your whole family.
So that's why you have that bump on your back. You look like a water buffalo.
Yeah, but I can go days.
Oh.
If I have to.
That's what she said. But anyways,
throw me out in the sun. I can go days.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, but
so crazy.
That's fantastic. I mean, that you can actually,
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
As you know, the AWG panels can seriously save your life.
Yeah.
There's water all around us. People don't realize that. There's precipitation, humidity in the air. And all you got to do is extract it. And guess what? We have the solution.
And how great is it to think? I mean, a lot of people know, I can pull energy from the sun. But how many people really know I can pull water from the sun? It's fantastic. And it just looks like another almost solar panel we can put up with your solar system. So you've got your own water and power.
Unless you're, part of the Green Beret and you're out on a secret mission in the Sahara. Right. You know how to do that stuff. But
right, exactly.
Average Joe.
I got my leaves collecting water from rain, but we don't get rain here.
Average Joe that's plugged into the job. You know what job means, right?
Just over broke.
Just over broke.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're out there 9 to 5. You're doing your stuff, right? You're getting this boss kind of threatening you all the time, and your numbers are down, Bill. You better get them back up. Right. And all this stuff. And they don't focus on what's happening around them.
Yeah.
And one of them is your utility bill.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with each other.
And it is water, just not electricity. But but on the water side, before we leave that, it's just like, but maybe people like all the water, the plastic particles you're getting in those bottled waters.
Yeah.
How many parts per million are we getting?
I mean, they're cancerous too. So
you go to your doctor and he says,
keep sucking that down.
Sorry to tell you, Rob, but your plastic's kind of high this month.
Yeah, good job, Rob.
Cholesterol's okay, your blood pressure's good, but your plastics are out through the roof.
All right, so let's talk about electric bills. Now, we're in the area of Southern California, Edison.
Right.
Come on, it's a known fact, right? You can Google these guys. They're all over the place.
Right.
They got their fingers literally everywhere.
Why do I always hear a rubber glove snapping?
Are you getting a proctal exam today, Rob?
If the bill came in the mail, no, because I'm fine. If you do solar, you don't have to worry about that. But I do think their bills should have a rubber glove in it. I mean, seriously, look how, man, they're so far.
Oh, my God.
And we're in May, but just think about, and we know this historically.
Yeah.
We're in May. What happens in June and July?
Oh, it's
how
crazy.
Many desperate calls do we get? Can you fix my bill now? Well, where were you a couple months ago?
Yeah, you should have been here in April.
We have a very fast turnaround typically on installs or so forth. But come on, you needed to be, this happens every year, people.
Every single year. It's
your annual colonoscopy. Isn't it? It really is. It's your annual colonoscopy.
It's actually monthly.
Monthly colonoscopy, right?
Especially during the summer, and they don't numb you for it.
I don't want an enema.
No, they don't numb you for it either. It's just like, seriously.
So I'm sitting there, and a neighbor friend across the street, I've been telling him for years, he comes over, he rips the top of his electric bill off. He's shaking. He comes over to me and he goes, "Damn it." I go, "What?" He goes, "Look." And I said, "Listen, I'm like crying right now inside. I've told you for years, and I don't really care what your electric bill says because you are suffering from a disease called procrastination."
Absolutely.
You just got to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And I told him, a couple years ago, I could have got you 30%. Now it can only get you 26%.
Right.
And pretty soon that's going to go away.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what do you think is going to happen once the ITC goes away in California?
Well, it's going to get...
I think I know.
What do you think, Shaun?
You're going to get an insert in the mail.
A supplement?
And it's going to be a link to Spotify with Ice Cube's song No Vaseline.
See, I told you, no numbing, no lube.
I was thinking that, on the insert of the electric bill, those white notices you get.
Right.
Oh, the bark beetles came through and ate up all the trees, so we have to charge you $4 million, and it's going against your electric bill.
Right.
So your rate's going up, right?
Yeah.
They charge you for everything. Oh, my kid's going to college next month.
Well, can you imagine if your bill came, instead of a note, there was just sound? You open it up and it's...
I think they should just have your cost in a little, kind of like a ketchup packet, but it has lube in it. Because that's what they're doing. I'm sorry to get I know we're
oh boy,
I know it sounds like we're having fun at people's expenses, but
the adult part of the electric bill now.
No kidding, right?
Oh my God,
energy after hours. No, but come on, this happens every year, and you know what though? There is a difference this year than last year.
Huh. What do you mean?
It's 6 to 7% worse.
Or it's 2 inches deeper.
Yeah, exactly. And next year's going to be the same, and next year's going to be the same. None of these utilities have ever gone for an increase and not gotten it. The government always says, go ahead.
Yeah.
So, it's only getting worse. They got these come on, people. We're trying to help you.
Listen, they got these flipping lobbyists 3 years before you're getting the lube job, and they've already got approval. Right. The CPUC gave Edison a memorandum that says for the next 100 years, and this was about 10, 15 years ago, for the next 100 years, you get an automatic increase of 7%.
Yeah.
And that's without the nuclear decommissioning fee, the transmission fee, the distribution.
And they can raise those independently.
Dude, doesn't distribution and transmission mean the same in Wikipedia?
Yeah.
It's like sending something somewhere.
It's funny how they're charging you more money for the same thing in two different names.
Wait a minute. About the same price.
Remember,
you want me to get it to you?
Distributors probably to send, and transmit is to receive, or vice versa.
Is that like mental transmission, like through telepathy?
No, your money.
One of them is the guy that pushes the button to send it.
Oh, is that it? It
All right.
distributes and transmits at
Hey.
the same time, so you get double whammed.
I think it's a guy named Ed. Ed, go ahead and push the button.
Push the button, Ed.
Yeah.
It's so terrible, man.
Energy distribution, Ed. No, it's we're joking about it, but it's
true.
It's gonna happen every year. It's
Listen.
gonna get worse 6 to 7% every single year, and you have the power to take back your power.
You're gonna open up. Yeah.
It's colonoscopy time.
Yeah, you're going to open that bill, and you know what? The average, my friend's bill, by the way, was $395.
Nice, yeah.
Mine was $65.
You may as well just live in your vehicle and you get all the heating and everything
Right?
you want.
Right.
Yeah, you get nice little air. It's kind of
Change your
combined,
scenery.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, you can drive somewhere if you
That's
want
what I mean,
to.
right?
Yeah,
Change your scenery.
yeah.
You're done
So,
with it. You're done with
so
it.
he came up to me and he goes, "How the hell is your bill $65, $70?" I said, "I told you this a while ago, and I'm going to say it one more time. I have taken the time out to make my home energy efficient.
Right.
I put in the double pane windows with argon gas.
Sure.
I did the laminate floor. I did the life paint. I did all the other things. At the same time, I gutted my bathroom and my everywhere else, my kitchen, and I kind of redid that. And $60,000 later. But it was done, and it completely reduced. I even got a whole house fan, which replaces me
brilliant.
turning on the frickin' air conditioner.
No.
Who needs to turn that on anymore?
No, and the thing is, too, a lot of times when we look at someone's solar needs, we'll throw one of those in to go ahead and allow for a smaller system.
Listen, if you own a home and you don't have a whole house fan in your house, you're stupid.
Especially on a second story. If you got 2 stories
my
and you don't
God.
have one, I don't know what you're thinking.
What do
'cause
you hear? You hear little Billy, "Mom, turn on the air conditioner. It's too hot." So, they put it down to 68.
That's a lazy kid.
Yeah, smack. A little bit of.
My brother's house is over 4,000 square feet. It's 2 stories high. He's got a
Wow.
whole house, and he's got solar, and he likes his house.
Cold.
You can hang meat, dude. You can hang meat.
Is
in
that
his
where
house.
the LA County Coroner's Office
You
resides?
could. If you had to put people there, they'd be okay. You wouldn't have to refrigerate. It's seriously like that.
So what's his electric
I
bill
pee
like?
like 3 times as much times when I'm at his house just because it's so damn cold. But
I love it.
But between the whole house and that, he doesn't have to run his AC as much. His bills are nothing. He used to have $400 to $600 electricity bills. He's got like $30-$40.
Isn't that the best thing, man?
Yeah. Plus, by the way, sadly, it also increased the value of your home.
Oh, I hate when that happens,
it
Rob.
saves you money and it increased the value of his home. So, and his house is
Poor Mike.
probably like a $1.3 million home.
And now he's got this. Who doesn't want to buy a house with solar? Period.
Well, I still believe if you were sold, if there were 2 houses in front of you and they're basically apple to apple, but one of them had the solar and everything in it, why wouldn't you just do that?
Yeah.
I mean, because we go back to cost of operation of the house. It's just not the mortgage. It's how much does it cost to run. And if I got solar and it cost me a lot less to run, or a lot of cases, the solar system is paid off in the loan.
As the famous Brett Dowis would say, it's all relative.
It's all relative.
It's relative.
Isn't that what
right?
they say down south too?
Something like that.
Just
Relatively
plural. It's all relatives. Sorry.
Relatively speaking.
Their theory of relativity is a little different. But
my mom used to say, "Well, sex is best, relatively speaking." Anyways, that's another topic.
definitely-
That's the Pornhub channel.
Well, we're
Teeth.
losing people. No. No, but look, we know summer's here. In all seriousness,
crazy.
We know that your bills are getting higher. We also know that California is a legal state for marijuana, so maybe you're just going to stay high to avoid your bills, but that's not the way to do it. Just handle it once and for all.
They're making
Just be done.
Dude, they're making grow houses in California. That
are solar.
A friend of mine has this beautiful house for sale. It's like $1 million in Rancho Cucamonga, and it's got this seized notice on the front door, and it says, "Due to cannabis activity."
There's actually a house in not a house, I apologize, a town in California that's for sale.
A town?
That was purchased originally by
The DEA.
a cannabis company.
Oh,
because
really?
They were gonna make it not a Disneyland necessarily.
Cannabis
but
land?
what they did was they actually built They built, this place over here where they have those fake teepees, room-looking things.
Not feeling
I've
it.
seen them over in Fontana, believe it or not.
Fontana? Yeah. What?
Yeah, it's called the teepee hotels.
Oh, they're like little
okay.
Adobe.
So what they've done is he built these ecologically sound, more advanced versions of those things. They put like 5 of them there. Anyways, make a long story short, this whole entire town of like
12?
80 acres.
What?
That's it.
Uh-huh.
And they want $1.5 million for it.
That's it?
Yeah,
dude, we can buy a town today?
Yeah.
Dude, let's go. Is it on auction or?
No, you can look it up right now. There's all kinds of
for $1 million.
That's not the only town in America that's for sale. There's all kinds of.
There's a lot of towns.
People that have towns.
Hey,
Rob,
we can rename it.
Can you rename it?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you just petition to rename it. Yeah, why not?
What would you call it? Cannabis Land?
Cannabis Land. It's like Candyland, but everyone's always happy even if they lose.
It wasn't even called anything like that. It's just a regular town name. It's just a regular town name.
So they stripped the mayor. Why do they? Why are they selling it?
Of anybody.
No.
What happened was this.
I could be the mayor.
This company spent $5 million to purchase the town.
Okay.
Went in there, started making improvements.
What kind of improvements?
And then, I told you some of the improvements, like they built things to have.
Boy.
They want people to come there and visit.
Right,
or whatever.
right.
Yeah,
Anyways, make a long story short, they obviously put improvements into it, but there must have been some type of clause in the sale because it reverted back to the original owner.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Right.
What?
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
they spent all this money.
Oh wow.
And dumped it.
They did improvements and then they lost
and
it.
then they somehow lost it and had to back out.
Sounds like someone on cannabis.
Yeah, it's like somebody forgot.
But in not joking
Wow.
though, how many cannabis growers go solar?
You know what? Let me tell you something.
And why do they?
I had a specific
Probably
person.
only the ones that are quote unquote legit.
No. So the legitimate companies though that are true legal growers, okay, yeah, they're looking at it because they're a business, and for businesses, there's only 2 ways to make more money: bring more in or keep more of what you got. So these guys know that one of their biggest expenditures is energy.
Listen.
I mean, they're not foolish business people. So
hang on a second here. Let me get with this cannabis people.
Yeah.
All you cannabis companies out there listening, listen up.
Legal companies.
Well, yeah, ones with licenses.
Right, exactly.
Okay? I'm not talking about that house in Rancho Cucamonga.
Well, look, hold on one second. What it really boils down to is this. Personally, we don't care if you have a cannabis business or not. Your property is the thing that has to qualify under any net energy metering program.
That's right.
Okay. So it is what it is.
Right.
I have the list of every cannabis owner in California. The list. I got the size of their underwear, the color of eyes, they have everything down to their phone number and stretch marks if they have any.
Is that making you worry what he knows about us, Shaun?
Oh, wait till you see that list.
Yeah, wait till you see that stretch mark.
But check this out, man.
Yeah.
It's like this. I have a special person. She's in the Philippines. Her name's Rochelle, and she's phenomenal. She does a great job for us, and God bless her. She's one of the most dedicated people on the planet. So she took this list, right? And she blew it out. Remember that new commercial intro that we just made? Blew it out with the commercial intro. Mm-hmm. The first one was just email. Hi, I'm Bob. If you're a cannabis guy and don't have solar yet, you're stupid. Dial this number. And then she followed up with this explainer video that said, this is what you do if you're a cannabis owner and you want to lower your electric bills. Okay, obviously these guys are clowns and they didn't listen to that. So here's what happened. At the end of the day, she blew out, I'm not kidding you, like 40,000 emails. It's like freaking incredible. And she just didn't do them all at the same time.
Right. Yeah,
she personalized them, put this explainer video and, all this other stuff. Guess how many she got back? 0.
Wow.
Are you freaking kidding me?
They're high. You got to get to the one guy
haven't you ever heard of you can't use your own supply? What is that? Don't get high on your own supply. So these guys are obviously in la la land. They're buzzed 90% of the time. What the hell is going on with that industry?
Or they're too busy to be looking at your cheesy email. And you're not the only one sending them an email like that.
Or they're making so much money they're not even paying attention to saving.
They're like,
but that's just bad business, because if we could go in there and save them 20% on their business,
60%.
I know, but
on everything.
But even I know, because we've got
Seriously?
60% write off on every dollar they spend.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Some of these people providing this stuff, they're just leasing like an industrial office or something.
Yeah,
they don't actually own what they're dealing with.
These were actually building owners in California.
At the amount of money they're making, they're buying assets like they're buildings a lot of times.
If they're not paying cash for everything, it's like stupid.
Yeah.
What do you want for the building?
Can they have bank accounts now, or is it still paying in duffel bags? I mean,
$3 million. Hey, George.
Everything's legit right now, so it's all
across the board.
Hey, George, bring over 11 duffel bags, will you?
Hey, I promise you, if he brought a duffel bag to you, you'd say yes.
Well, hell yeah. I'm not stupid. My name's Billy, not silly, you know?
But that's the thing. When you take a look at a business like that, for instance, it's just like any business that has high refrigeration, supermarkets, any place that keeps food, things like that. There are certain industries that definitely have the highest bills. They should definitely be looking into it, because between the 26% ITC and the Macros modified accelerated cash recovery system of 34%, to be able to write off 60 cents on every dollar.
Rob, that's 60%.
What business wouldn't look at that and go, wait, repeat that, please? Because that is phenomenal. Because
and then
today,
the equity value they're adding to the building.
And what's everyone trying to push right now, which I'm for. I don't know where you guys are for, but a living wage of $15 an hour. I mean, In-N-Out pays $17 to $19 an hour. You know what I mean?
Can't you live on $15 an hour?
No, not really. I think it's still, where we're supposed to be? If you look at inflation over the last 30 years.
$80 an hour?
No, but between $26 to $33 an hour should be minimum wage.
Yeah, good luck, California.
Exactly. But here's the other thing, though. How about you are able to put a little more into your staff because you're not blowing an extra 30, 40% on your energy?
That's a thought.
All right. So why don't you just put your money where it would count more?
Your mouth is, maybe?
Yeah. But the thing is solar and isn't difficult anymore. But the problem is there's a lot of people that are
do you realize
not that genuine in our industry.
The comparison in pricing, that when we dealt with it a long time ago, I was paying $4.20 per watt for a flippin' 100-watt panel. That panel was $400. Of course, I needed 32.
Right. No, exactly.
It was flipping amazing. I mean, this is crazy.
But right now,
is that the form of insanity right now? I mean, literally, we've driven everything to the bottom.
Well, here's what I get.
The Asian market has flooded the world with these cheap-ass, busted panels.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them.
No,
maybe there's a few good ones.
Just like any place, there's the bad ones.
Q-Cell's good. I like Q-Cell. Solaria, of course, is my favorite.
Here's my thing.
Elliot's ears are ringing right now.
And I hope this doesn't offend anybody.
No, go ahead.
But I'm prejudiced against one thing in my life. Only one.
Bidets?
No, stupidity.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's rampant in everything. I don't care what.
Stupidity, right.
I embrace everyone. I don't care your race, religion, your gender, this and that, whatever. But stupidity costs people money and it's dangerous. Why wouldn't you just the challenge, what we try to do here is we always try to educate. We're all stupid in some area until we're educated in it, right?
Absolutely.
But when I see people that are educated and still can't make the right decision, I get a little frustrated because I'm just like, I just showed you how to save $150,000 over the next 15 years. How are you not really as excited as I am?
Shaun mentioned this really nicely last time, and it resonates with me now and probably forever. The avoided energy cost. A lot of people don't talk about that.
Almost nobody realizes it.
Take $200 a month, times it by 12, times it by 25.
Right.
See what the hell you got.
No, I know, but how many people, when you talk with them, residential or business, goes, I got to spend $38,000 on a solar system, and I'm going to go over there. You're avoiding 200 over here, 200 grand over here, 38,000 over here, 200 grand over here. Which one do you want? Which one do you want?
The electric bill is free, Bob.
No, the avoided cost is the big deal, and almost nobody really addresses that.
Well, that's why some of these guys you have to
pull out the KY.
No, you have to. Well, not
Here, hang on.
unfortunately. You have to reteach them.
No, you do. You
have to reteach
you're
them.
re-educating them. It's a paradigm shift.
This is why, because once you've taught them of why wouldn't you do that?
Right.
Now you have to teach them after that, because once you have convinced them, and believe me, 99% once you told them that, they're convinced.
Yeah.
But then a pride issue comes into place and they might not want to, bow down and say, oh yeah, you're right. Okay, fine.
Right.
Now it's onto a priority mission. Right? Because some people will take that information that you just freely gave to them and go, wow, I need to encapsulate that and hold that because that goes with my plans 2 years from now or next month or 5
Listen,
years.
here's the interesting part about this whole thing as a business.
But that's a really good point, though. By the way, just because because the thing about the timing issue. Because what I always ask people is, hey, Shaun, let me ask you a question. No. You've seen the money I can save you, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
So let me ask you a question. Do you want to start saving that like in the next 2 months, or do you want to save it in about 5 years from now?
Well, I'm waiting for Uber to arrive right now, so I got to get going.
No, exactly. No, or they go like this. I really think the technology is going to get better. Yeah, so basically what that's going to mean is...
How many times I've heard that excuse?
And I'm just like,
a billionaire.
yeah, so you basically, here's the thing. Your panel goes up another % in effectiveness, and I take one off your roof.
Hello.
Now, that'll take about another couple years. Meanwhile, you lost 2 years of savings. And by the way, the cost went up anyway. And in California, the more things become more mandatory, what do you think our cost is going to be for solar when they say it's more mandatory? Is it going to go up or down?
Oh, my God. It's going to be extremely expensive.
And you miss the boat now.
Everybody is going to squeal like a cut pig.
It's going to get more mandatory.
I need a pig sound. Kind of a squeal, Whee! I mean, it's just crazy, right?
Check it out. I was just calculating roughly.
What?
So you reduce it by...
How deep it's going.
You reduce it by a panel.
Like a panel.
Okay, a panel.
Well, or two.
Is 15,000 kilowatt hours over a 25-year period.
Wow.
One panel.
Yeah.
That's
That's what you're going to wait on?
Yeah.
Thank you, company owner. You have just been, you've been educated.
I just go back to the whole thing about like, do I want to save now or down the road?
Yeah. It's just so stupid, man.
So our job is to try to help educate people and understand why now is better than ever. We're not trying to tell you now because we want to make the sale now. We got plenty of sales. We're trying to convince you now because it benefits you to save sooner than later. And then it's paid off sooner than later. Yeah. And guess what happens if it's providing the energy it's supposed to? You're free.
Have you ever listened to one of those guys that go, I got to speak to my accountant. And then when you get this accountant in the room, he's looking at you with his little beady eyes, and all you hear is...
No, I've had people get their accountant on the... Yeah. I've actually had people get their accountant on the phone while I'm there. I said, you got his number, call him.
That sounds like your walker, Chris.
Yeah, it is. This guy's here. I hear crickets.
That hip lubed.
Yeah, my walker. I see this guy staring at me. You got the guy that owns the building over here, Mr. XYZ. Yeah. I'm a mechanic. I own a building, whatever you want to call yourself. Right. They got, the little bean counter here from, I don't want to say, but from what country, but he's not from here, and he's important and he's sitting there and he's making all these guys decisions. And we're saying, look, the ITC, the federal tax credit, the avoided energy cost, the not having to buy KY jelly anymore.
Right.
Right. And this is what we get. We get crickets.
Yeah, but sometimes I find the bean counter is my best friend because that's the person that's going to tell the owner.
Listen, all these accountants.
But all these accountants. Some of them don't know how to factor it in. But it's just.
Are you kidding me? They give you the forms, man.
No, I know, but it's really simple. You have money coming in and money going out. Quick business lesson.
So what, man? Who doesn't?
No, exactly. But
who doesn't?
Do you want more coming in?
Yeah, well, you need to have more coming in.
Okay, but how's the other way to make money? Keep more of what you got.
And don't spend it on electricity. Hello?
Or you maximize your time in exchange.
It's something.
Like
Remember,
what?
Time is money,
You
right?
work 7 days a week now instead of
give you
Monday
the perfect example of this, right?
Let me hear it.
You need your front lawn mowed, and it has to be
I'm
done.
not mowing your front lawn.
Right?
No, but I agree.
And
I know
you're
where
in
you're
the
going.
HOA, and it has to be done. Otherwise, you're going to be fined.
Yeah, $50.
So guess what? You can't be there because you're too busy out making money. So what do? You hire somebody to do it.
Because it's cheaper for them to do it than for you to do it.
Right. So yes, you have to pay, but it still works out to your advantage.
Yeah, no, I agree. But a good bean counter is going to be someone that's really going to help your situation, I think, because they should understand.
This is ridiculous, man. These bean counters are so stupid. It just doesn't make sense. These guys are going, according to form number 1612 and...
No, but don't you find...
It's like, what the hell, man?
But don't you find, though, in businesses, some of the bean counters do help?
Yeah, very few, though. The ones that have half a brain and a heartbeat.
Accountants that don't know how to write off solar or whatever, or CPAs personally have issues, and they need to educate themselves.
They need to get into a new business.
But if you have a good CFO in a company, they're just going to look at money in and money out, and they'll probably help your cause.
Oh, Lord. The epiphany is this. The building owner of the business needs to say, oh my God, this is so wonderful. I can save 60%. And he hears the heavens open up. Quality Home Improvement has said, here we go, man.
Did Chris get hold on, did Chris just, I think the rest of this conversation is driven by whatever sound effects he now has.
Sound effects by Rode Podcaster Pro. No, but really, man, these guys, they're getting all these benefits, and it's just like they're not paying attention.
No, but what does it come back down to? Education. They don't understand it.
What it is this, right?
They don't
You've
get
dealt
it yet.
with it. You dealt with it before.
They don't.
Hundreds of times.
You prepare all your information.
It's like 4 inches thick.
You give it to the owner of the business.
Yeah.
Okay. That will tell you right away whether or not you get a positive answer. Who's actually running the business, right? Is it that CFO who's going to the CEO and saying, look, this is the financial situation, and I was taught if you don't follow this, the business will crumble.
Right.
Or my mom runs the business.
Or you have those CEOs who hire the CFO, but you're under my umbrella. You do what I say.
Right.
Thank you. Have a nice. I don't want to hear what you have to say. You're just there sitting and filling a seat. So,
Brett Dowis is in the house. What's up, B?
Hey guys, how you doing?
He's just hanging out, listening to us rip these business owners up. It's sad, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
I mean, it's disgusting at best. So these guys that are really just sitting there twiddling their thumbs. Oh, I don't like GS2. Well, you know what, GS2, it's not something that's going to benefit you. When you get to GS2 and you spike over 20K,
Right.
That's when your soul's going to get removed. And people don't realize that. At a GS2 rate, now you got to get rid of that demand charge. So you know what? The little flower guy that's on the corner making millions of dollars a year, selling across the street from a mortuary, I don't really care if he cries to the wind or howls to the moon. Screw that guy. He goes to GS2. That's it. Sit on a bidet and get wiped. I don't care. It's over, right? So all these guys that are doing that are really just like not really doing it. So guys that have a GS2 bill, enjoy.
Well, hopefully they're making a lot of money, and obviously they aren't in order to pay that bill. So they should allocate that money towards a resource that will help them save on that bill.
But why pay 60% more and then have a demand charge because you're an idiot?
Well, what makes them an idiot? Because of their usage there that may not be under their control unless they're making more sales.
I own a flower shop and it doesn't matter anymore. Something like that.
You own a flower shop with GS2?
Yeah, you don't have a GS2 in a flower shop. But here's the thing.
No. There's one in San Diego that did, and it was a little place, and they did nothing about it.
But here's the thing. It comes back to education again. It comes back to knowledge.
How many people have you talked to, you educated until you're blue in the face, and they said...
Yeah, but you know
or
what?
they never got back to you because they're a bunch of clowns.
You can bring a horse to water, you can't make him drink.
Yeah,
you put a man through college,
it's
can't
like
make him drink.
It's just like, when you go door knocking, right? You can't expect the door to open unless you knock on it. So
No, exactly. And we can't help everyone. They will come around eventually.
Oh, God.
At 6-7% increase per year, trust me, eventually, even if it's 5 years down the road and the 35% higher...
I mean,
they're going to do a rectal pull at one point,
Listen,
and their head's going to come out of wherever it's at.
They got GS2.
But all we could do is our best to educate them and tell them, look, between ITC and the Mackers, you got up to 60% on every dollar you can write off to go green. We can reduce your overhead. If I reduce your cost of operation, I've increased your profit margin. I'm not a solar man. I'm a business partner.
I like that.
That's what I am. I'm not coming in selling you solar. I'm coming in selling you a business plan to get your operational expense under control. And if you'll treat me that way and I treat you that way, you're probably going to put me on your Christmas card list every year.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to help you. But some people won't get it. And I know we get really frustrated because we're like, it's as clear as day. And we don't sell to someone unless it's helping them. But you know what I mean, right?
No, right. And that's how you know right away if they're prioritizing.
Exactly. And if they're not prioritizing, then we have to move on and not prioritize them. You got my card, after you've been ripped off a few more years, give us a jingle.
Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day.
But we you can't twist an arm and but for most business owners, especially if you're in GS2, you need to be talking to someone and not just your run of the mill branded big box solar company.
I'm thinking about bringing one of those little Dodger bats you get at Dodger Stadium and taking kneecaps out when they don't listen. It's just ridiculous, dude.
They already took their own kneecaps out, dude, because they're costing themselves more than they need to. We can only educate. That's all we can do. And how good do we feel when we've saved somebody?
Yeah.
We just want to save more people, but we do well.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Yeah.
I think the demand charges are going to come to the residential sector one day.
Could happen.
What do you think is going to happen to Billy across the street that's crying up a $300 electric bill when his demand charge is $350 on top of his bill? Yeah. Now it's going to hurt. How do you live in a house paying $500-$600 a month? It's half of your mortgage or a third of your mortgage on a flipping electric bill.
We see it all the time.
Is it going to take something as stupid as that?
It normally doesn't. That's when we get the call is when the bill's that high.
Oh my God, my soul.
Yeah.
It cried from the wind, man.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Insane.
We can fix it.
Here's the whole thing.
You no longer have to experience.
The bottom line is everyone's got
Thanks, Edison.
Everyone's got a different level of what true pain is. And
Shot over my shoulder.
Once they feel enough, they call normally.
Yeah.
Right? Unfortunately, some have a really high pain threshold. I don't get it. To me, I'm always looking to be as frugal with the house as I possibly can. As energy efficient as I possibly can.
Here's an oxymoron.
If I don't have to give money to somebody that I don't owe,
yeah,
why the hell would I give them my hard-earned money?
Here's an oxymoron for you, right?
Yeah.
Everybody in society that's plugged into the matrix, right, has got this little probe somewhere, and everybody is used to the monthly payment. Everything you do, including your YouTube music account, everything is monthly based.
It's the frog in the water.
It's the frog in the water. Exactly. Explain that, Rob, please.
If you put a frog in a kettle on a stove and it's at room temperature and you turn the heat up a little by little, the frog will eventually just boil to death because it's not noticing the change in temperature.
Exactly.
If you throw it in boiling hot water, it will jump in and jump completely out.
Yep.
Edison and all these other companies, every utility, everything from Netflix, everybody who's also giving you another $1 or $2 a month, they're going to raise everybody because that makes them another $1 billion a year.
Times 8 billion customers.
Yeah. What they're just doing is they've come in on the science of what an increase is that is tolerable, where people will go, well, shit, I don't want to pay that, but I'm not going to cancel it either.
It's only $2 more, Rob.
$2 more. It's been $2 more every 6 months for the past 20 years, whatever it is. But that's the thing, right? And so it's the boiling frog, and companies are really good at it, and they know what you'll tolerate. You'll bitch, you'll complain to your neighbors.
Yeah.
Are you going to cancel? No. And in this case with utilities, it's just like, are you going to get candles? No.
One if by land, two if by sea.
Hold on. Am I going to become Amish overnight? No. No, I'm really not.
Right.
So with utility, it's really difficult because you're screwed.
And you got to have Wi-Fi.
You are tied into the IV of electricity, but it is up to you to decide how much you pay for it. And in this case, you can own your own utility in most cases for less than renting it.
And you say it all the time,
That's
Rob.
what we're trying to get across to
Be
people.
your own
utility.
Exactly.
And now, we started talking a little bit about the atmospheric water. I mean, we can make you your own water and power company.
Isn't that crazy?
When have we been able to give you both power and water off the sun?
Never.
And
Never.
pretty damn economical.
Never.
And then when the big earthquake happens in Southern California, I don't have to risk getting shanked in the parking lot of Costco for a 24-pack. You know what I mean?
Or a roll of toilet paper?
You know what I mean? I'm serious. It's just like, what happened to your dad? He died. He tried to get us water. Good old dad. He was always looking out for us.
Right?
Or it's
Oh my
on your
God.
roof. It's 2 panels or 500 to 600 bottles a month, for God's sake. So there's a lot of things you can do. All we're trying to say is, look, rule your own life. Be the king and queen of your own life. Go ahead and economically look at stuff. You got kids you're raising. You got a lot of expenses. How about you free up some more money to do some better things with it than give a utility who's just bleeding you?
I mean, not that gas is a lot of money, because it's not. I mean,
Except
now,
it went up $1 in the past, 60 days?
did it really?
It was
Bastards.
It was about $3 and it's over $4 for regular. And that was only 3 months
No,
later.
I'm talking about natural gas.
Oh,
man.
natural gas. Oh, I'm talking about.
At the pump, I was going to say, it must be nice not to look at the prices.
No, what I was thinking about frog in the water. He didn't even notice it went up.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Natural gas. Okay,
These
sorry.
guys are something else, aren't they? I mean, Brett, right? Solar pool heating.
Yeah.
You got this great company called UMA Solar. They make this EcoSpark system that's like, it's like the Beverly Hills of solar pool heating.
It is,
And then they have their, what is it, SunSpark? That's like the Sunstar. It's like the beginning of solar pool heating. So if you got a lot of room on your roof, you can put a bunch of that up there,
Was
right?
like the premium solar pool heating or what?
Exactly. Oh, but EcoSpark is. That's
They're
the
both
glaze.
premium panels.
EcoStar.
Oh.
Yeah, EcoSpark would be one step above us.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. It's better. Okay, so it's better. But people are heating their pool from the sun.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yes.
Why
we
not?
are.
I mean, who have you ever heard of a customer that wanted to do a weekend party and they put it on for 3 days? What's the bill?
Oh,
It depends on what time of year it is, but most of the time it's nothing. Normally it's $400 to do it for one weekend if you're going to heat your pool.
For one weekend, man.
yeah.
Yep.
That's a Tesla payment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or something like
Maybe.
that. I mean, shoot, man. Why do that when you can have the sun continually heat your pool throughout the year from I think it's like April to October? If you want to go in your pool in like December, you need a wetsuit.
Yep.
It's going to be cold, all right?
It's going to be really cold.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But supplement the heat with solar, get it in the freaking water, and then have fun. You spend $100,000 on this cement block of nothing that looks like a rock in your backyard, right? And you're making payments, I don't know, $1,500 a month, but you have a cold pool. What's up with that?
But that goes back to what I've always experienced in commercial architecture.
Frog in the boiling water?
No, it's not just the cost of the structure, it's the cost of operation that has to be equally adhered to. A building, we build a building that's $100 million, they look at what it costs to run it the next 100 years. And the more efficient I can be. So you buy a house, no, I still got to heat it. I got a pool, and I still got to heat it. It's the operational cost. So you have to factor that in if you're smart. It's just not buying the thing.
Yeah,
it's
I was
the
just
car,
thinking
how much
a lot
gas
of
goes
people
in
don't
it.
even do that.
No,
they don't even think about that.
But that's the whole
I agree.
cost benefit analysis that
Yeah.
you have to run on everything. And there are some very smart households I've been in and businesses that they do just that. One of them, the husband or the wife, a lot of times the wife is running the numbers and she's got it nailed down. And she, as soon as you present this to her, she's like, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Well, let's look at that Frontier project that you were involved in Rancho Cucamonga, right? That building that's now a symposium and they do meetings and stuff out of that.
Yeah.
They had the daylight harvesting put into
Daylight
that.
harvesting.
They had cement floors for convection cooling.
Exactly.
All the right stuff.
All the passive air.
the
and
water?
everything. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Everything in
it's
that
beautiful.
building is amazing.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
That's called thinking it out.
Yeah, because you're looking for the long term. You
Long-term
really
is
are.
right.
And one of the
Exactly.
products we're looking at right now too, that will come into the company for both housing and building.
Yeah.
Is a material that
Let's
is,
give Curtis a shout out. Thank you, brother Curtis.
It's very energy efficient. It's fire efficient. Basically, it's built in a way that a house structure now can go ahead and last 100, 150 plus years. The homes we lost,
without
18,000
what?
18,000 homes we lost up north wouldn't have burnt down because the envelope is fireproof.
Exactly.
There's shear rating on it. It's energy efficient. It's LEED certified.
What about those bugs?
No bugs, no termite,
No
no rodent, no
termites?
nothing can get into
Right.
it. It's a certain type of precast material as well that we can use both commercially and residentially.
Is it-
So imagine if we built homes or we built
Yeah.
like the government for VAs and things like that. Imagine we built high efficiency homes out of that material because it's going to last forever.
Yep.
And then we put solar on it, so they got each unit has its own power, and we put 1 or 2 atmospheric water generators on it, so they got their own water.
Water and power. sewage.
What about our
got a
military?
septic tank.
Yeah, and what about our military? Just basically having a self-sufficient entity that VAs can live in and things like that. And finally, the government is spending money not on a $900 toilet seat, but on something that actually freaking works and is going to last hundreds of years.
Exactly.
And be energy efficient, and the cost of operation is so far reduced. The taxpayers save a ton of money.
Why don't we bring that into mainstream home building?
Well, that's what we're looking at, and also commercial buildings. So we're going to be bringing that in. We're going through the final stages of not even testing.
No, that's an eco house, man.
It's an eco house. Oh, and by the way, depending on how you build the structure, you can have up to 4 hours of fireproof.
What?
Yeah.
You go to Home Depot and you buy one of those doors.
So imagine your home's on fire.
20 minutes.
And none of your shit has to burn for 4 hours.
You're like, oh, I got a second here. I gotta take a hot shower while the house is on fire.
We gotta call the fire department. Yeah, in a minute. But that's what's really cool about it as well. But all the other benefits and energy benefits as well. It keeps the envelope super efficient. But if we looked at that, an effective skin of a building, then we got solar, and then we got water. This is where all buildings going to go towards. So for your homeowner, get the solar if you got a decent bill, and if you got water and you got issues with that, or you're buying a lot of plastic bottles, just look at that, because by the time you tie it in and you put it on a loan, it's like you're probably cheaper than buying all the water you're buying down at Costco.
And one more thing you need to get for your house, it's a whole house water purification system.
Yeah, it's always good.
You want to keep that calcified crap from the city, from your lips, from going down your throat.
Right.
You know, it's got more freaking fluoride and byproducts. I think they've even tested the water. Yeah. You ever get one of those little test strips that have like every nuclear device that's ever been tested on the planet, bug or insecticide? You dip it in this thing and you're like, oh my God, I'm drinking that?
Yeah.
You know?
Do you actually drink the tap water still?
No, I don't. But I'm just saying that there's people that do every single day.
Exactly.
And they're talking about, well, why has he got 10 years less?
But you know what? There's been some studies, though, that have been worried about, as bad as some tap water is in some areas. Is it worse than the plastics that are in a bottled water?
Yeah.
Because the plastics in water is now bad. So the thing about atmospheric water is you can have the water come right into your fridge.
Hello.
Or right into your sink.
Hello.
Hot and cold water. So, wash your dishes, obviously, with regular water, but anything you guys ingest could be right off one of those systems. And they're getting very economical now.
If you're drinking tap water from any faucet anywhere on this planet, you're going to die.
Plus, not only that, it's actually filtered after the fact too.
It's filtered.
Hey, Chris, some of us are old enough to remember being a kid out in the yard and drinking from the hose.
Oh yeah, I mean, who didn't do that? Yeah,
right.
I was drinking gallons of that when I was a kid.
Not anymore. Not anymore, right?
I mean, I'm even afraid to wash my hands in that stuff.
Yeah, no, it's good.
It's just a device to spread an amoeba.
An amoeba?
Yeah, once you put your mouth on it to drink water,
hold on. In some areas,
or a mutated device.
Well, what tapeworm do you have in you because of it?
I wish I could get a tapeworm. I'd lose some weight for a while. Then I just have to kind of coax it out by hovering over a piece of cheese or something.
He has a personal tapeworm.
You know what I mean? I wish I did. I'd be like, no, but you look at water conditions, and like Flint has never gotten good. Michigan,
Flint is done.
So I mean, you take a look at that though. But when did tap water basically be equated to gray water? I mean, that's what it is there. It's really,
you know what they're doing, right?
Is gray water for nuclear purposes?
Well, you're supposed to only water your plants with gray water.
I thought it was. Is that what they call gray water?
Yeah, that's in like
there was
wells
a report,
and stuff like that.
Right.
There was
I'm seeing that purple water that's potable water, which they would also.
There is
purple water, Sean,
which you can't drink.
No,
obviously.
Right.
There was a report that showed 732 water violations on our military bases for unsafe water.
Oh boy. 732.
So here's my thing, nationwide. So here's my thing.
They also found there was nobody on the military base.
No. But here's my thing. So the men and women out there serving, we're giving them the very best, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Atmospheric water is a very big thing. Atmospheric water now is I believe it's become economical enough to start using even in a home environment.
Absolutely.
And especially if you put it with solar. The way that these things can be bundled, you guys got Spectrum, Frontier, anything out there? You do your cable. If you put 2 or 3 services together, it gets cheaper.
Yeah.
Right? If you bundled water and power together, and just become more self-sufficient, the money you're going to save and the quality of life you're going to give your family is much better. It just really is.
Hey, what do you think the average cost for that 16.9 ounce you're drinking right now? What do you think it costs at store? $2?
I
guess it depends where you would even buy water like that.
You got to buy it.
You can buy.
I only buy the gallon one.
Yeah, I'll
Ah.
tell you right now. You can go to 99 cents and get a 6-pack of this for 99 cents.
I'm not going there, right?
Right. It has.
I know you go to Quill.
I pay $18 a bottle. No, but seriously, man. Okay, don't rub it in. But listen, if you go into the Quickie Mart,
this does have more plastic in it. So
you know what? You can squeeze this thing, and if it's easy to squeeze, there's more crap in here, dude. So check it out. You go to your Quickie Mart, right? Did I steal that for like Homer Simpson just
I think you did.
Sorry.
Whatever.
Yeah. Sorry, Universal Studios. I apologize now. But anyways, you go into your average Circle K or somebody, one of these Quickie Marts when you're going home.
Yeah.
If I'm going to get sued, I'm going to get sued. But you're buying one of these things, 16.9 ounces. What do you think they're paying? I'll tell you exactly what I paid. $2.75.
For some, yeah.
600 times $2.
Even $1 though.
Well, it's $1,200.
Yeah.
For every 600 bottles that I buy is $1,200.
Yeah, but you just look at if a bottle, yeah, exactly.
I do like 4 or 5 of these a week, man.
No, I know, but if your system's producing 500 or 600 bottles a month and you're buying them even at $1, it's still $500-600 a month worth of water. And when you look at the payment structure on one of these devices, it's not equaling that. So water is going to be cheaper, just like power is going to be cheaper. I think water and power is a great combo. It just really is. It only takes 2 panels really for the atmospheric water. The rest on solar. Fantastic, man. And installation's quick on that. I mean, why not? I know when I get a new home, I'm putting both on. Yeah. You're your own water and power. Who's your water and power company? So. Me. Right?
Yeah, and I can go out and turn it on whenever I want.
Exactly. And my house appreciated in value because I did that. I'm not tied to a utility that raises me anytime they want.
And you have just that nice fresh water in case there's a zombie apocalypse.
Right? Although, I don't know if you saw, I was watching a comic the other day who said one of my friends is a prepper.
Is he a prepper?
And preppers are great.
Does he have a 50 caliber turret on top of his house?
So my guy, he's got solar. He's got toilet paper for 10 years. He's got enough canned food for 10 years. He's got water supplies under the ground for 5 years or whatever. And he says, yeah, I'm prepared. He said, what are you going to do when all this goes down if it does? He said, well, I'm probably going to murder you because you've thought this out so well. It's like Bill Barr said. Bill Barr said, if I do this, I'm only growing vegetables for the biggest guy on the. I'm only growing vegetables for the biggest guy on the block, right? But I tell you something, we are in California, and eventually, not if, but eventually San Andreas is going to wiggle its ass, and people are going to be there without energy or water for not hours or days, but probably weeks. Probably some of it, depending on where you are, might be a lot longer than that. But if you got your power, something up in your house, you got some battery backup, and you've got yourself some water, you're not going to be hurt as well as some.
I was just thinking maybe some outages every now and then might not be a bad thing to kind of prompt people into remembering that.
No.
See, people are used to their lifestyle.
Yeah, and it's always there.
They go into a building, there's a light on.
Yeah.
They leave the building. At nighttime, there's lights outside.
Right.
You don't go like these foreign countries where it's completely pitch black out here unless you bring a lighter or something.
No, right, right.
So they don't have. Hold on, because we're used.
You're
to
right.
It, right.
Yeah.
You got this little guy in a treadmill running so they can get light.
That's why they have to be retaught.
Right. Guess what, guys?
We're not in the caveman era anymore. Wake the flip up.
When your power goes off at home. I don't mean to scare anybody, but so did your Wi-Fi. Watch, they're all screaming right now. Your Wi-Fi went out.
Oh, I can't communicate, Rob.
No Netflix. It's gone.
No WeChat.
Apple TV. It's all gone.
What are your kids, man?
What are you going to do?
Kids are going to lose it.
And if the kids lose it, guess what the parents do? What are you going to tether through your phone?
Right.
right?
You can.
You can.
Yeah.
Some accounts don't. Some don't allow tethering, or it's an extra cost.
That's
T-Mobile,
so cheesy.
whatever.
No, but you know what I mean. But I mean,
Yeah.
you lose everything. Everything's about power. Just take your power back. It's
You want to
Remember,
be?
if it
Go ahead,
wasn't-
say it, Rob. You
remember-
want to be your what?
yeah, your own utility. But here's the
I was
thing.
going
Too.
to say, if society is penny pinching you, you have to learn how to penny pinch back.
No, exactly.
Exactly.
So
And but that, you know what though?
Give me
The
knuckle
utilities.
bump.
No, hold
Boom.
on.
Yeah.
You know what the
Nice.
utilities? You know why they're not caring?
Because they know that we're
Because-
gonna forget.
No, because most of you don't care out there.
wait a minute, hold on, because they have offices with marble floors.
Yeah. But you know what? Can I tell you the best thing ever? You know what my best sales ever were? My best sales in
Marble
solar.
floor.
My best sales in solar.
Was
were
it a utility company?
Was selling executives that worked for Southern California Edison.
Stop. What?
I had a director.
They get like 30% off in the beginning. They get like so much money.
I had a
off.
director who supposedly he told me he made
my
like
God.
$600,000 a year
Wow.
from them. He gave me 3 or 4 other people from them. They all switched, and even at the 30%, you know what they said? I want to own the shit.
A smart man.
Because I mean, I can pay 30% less, but at the end of it, I've got 30% write off.
Smart guys.
So if I'm writing off the 30% and I got the income to do it, I got the same 30%. But when I own this, I don't owe them the 70% for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
And let me tell you,
Thank
that was so cool. He said, just don't tell anyone I'm going solar. But no, it was really cool. And I did have a little group, about 4 or 5 guys and women that actually switched. And that was really sweet because they saw it. And you know, if Edison execs will see it, you should too.
I mean, these are educated people. But so everybody out there in the mainstream matrix, the system,
Right.
is sitting there. You know, they don't care about this stuff. They want to drive through Del Taco. You get fat. They want to get all this other crap. They want to drink the water and, you know, take 10 years off their life. You know, they'd rather suffer in many other ways, including this 7% increase every year for your electric bill.
But here's the thing.
You know, and everything else that everybody does.
But here's the thing. What's their cost of acquisition for a customer?
I don't know, half a heartbeat and a brain cell or something like that.
You buy a house, you
gotta
gotta have energy.
it. Yeah, you gotta
They
have
have
it.
no cost of acquisition. They don't have to advertise. You bought a house.
No, yeah.
You don't have a choice. You're in Edison.
Yeah.
They don't come up and say, "Hey, Brett, would you like to choose solar or Edison?" One day, hopefully, they will do that.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
But right now, they have nothing
Yeah.
they have to advertise on. They don't have to go get new clients. If you got a house now, you are their client. If you're in their area, cost of acquisition is 0. How many companies don't have to market?
Yeah, I got it.
And they're still screwing you.
Yeah. And as you're opening as a close, we'll get back into the electric bill as you're opening.
You need you need to have a sound effect of the rubber glove snapping.
the little rubber
Can you have
glove.
that- can you have-
Sean's going to record
Can
the.
you have that probably next time? No, but it's
Next
like,
week.
No, but I'm serious. When you look at most marketing companies, right, spend in their situation, a company that large would spend billions a year typically in advertising. They don't have to spend any of it. So they can't even still give their people a break, even though they never had to advertise to get you.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say in closing, right? We're going to close now.
Close.
Any commercial building owner that's in Southern California, Edison, or actually in Southern California, period, right? It really doesn't
pretty much.
matter
Yeah.
who's your utility.
No.
If you don't get solar or something real specific on your building that helps eliminate a majority of your electricity and get a 60% tax write-off. You can write off the 34% MACRS year one.
Yeah, the whole year one if you want.
34%.
CUCPA.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Kick that guy to the office because he knows what the hell he's doing. He doesn't care. He just wants his monthly fee, right? So anyways, stand up, dig in, and frickin' go solar, man. And if you don't, I don't care. You suck. And that's how it is. And if you come up to me, I'm charging you more, man. You're going to suffer. You're going to suffer in your wallet or something. You know.
It's just a good business decision. But especially if you're in GS2 or anything equivalent of that from any utility, it's something you need to be looking at. GS3, you might be a little too far gone.
Right?
But
imagine that.
Yeah.
So here's another good thing. I have a friend, and she hables Espanol. Mm-hmm. And I think the Energy Hour is going to be going Spanish now.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't speak it. I could laugh in the background.
I'm trying to get my wife back into it.
I mean, hello, Rita. Are you out there? Rita, come on.
She has.
Oh, my God.
I met her selling
Do
solar.
you speak Spanish, Brett?
No, I don't.
You can just sit there and laugh then. All right. Sean,
No,
you don't speak any. You speak. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I took 6 years of bilingual Spanish.
So you can speak Spanish?
Enough to ask for food and where's the money.
There you go. That's part of it.
Mine is kind of original. When I was a cop, I can say "Manos en su cabeza, cállate, siéntate allá." That's about all I know.
Followed by expletives.
Yeah, expletive and a little bit of.
Yeah, I want to get my wife back into it because she's obviously fluent.
After you get to jail.
She's
Yes.
She's obviously fluent. She sold with me, and
She's great at what she does, man.
And I got to tell you something.
Give her a Pop-Tart or something.
A lot of Hispanics, they're smart about looking at how much their cost is and trying to keep it down. When I was at some of the large box name type brands of solar, Hispanics were 50-60% easily of the sales, if not more. Because they looked at it, and if they look like they can own it for less, they didn't take forever to make a decision. They're just like, hold on, so I pay this and I own it? I can write that off? Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'd like to get into?
And that's what I loved about it. And as long as you don't sell people stuff that you shouldn't sell them, just sell them an honest system because it's really going to save them, which that's what we do here.
Yeah.
Then that referral also cost us nothing. It's just like, hey,
that's right.
Take care of my friend.
That's right.
And everyone's happy about sharing someone with you because you're only going to save them money too.
Yep. So a last thought here, right?
Yeah. This is
the last thought right here.
Okay, last thought.
Now, everybody that's opening up the utility bill in June, July and August, and September, trust me, there's going to be a little insert in there. It says KY. So the reason they're giving that to you is so it can be a lot easier to swallow. And I'm not talking about orally. You know where I'm going with this, right, Rob? Yeah, the anal insertion.
He said my name, but he was looking at you, Sean. So that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't.
Don't look at me and say that name.
That's why I did. No, it's just, and for us, I know we're trying to make.
What I wanted to say, if you're tired of getting screwed by the utility company, do something about it, man. Man up. Stiffen your upper lip and just do it.
Well, let me end on one thing.
Okay,
because it ties into what you're saying. When's the last time a monopoly gave you the best deal?
Yeah. Never.
Right?
Yeah.
We've got pharmaceutical companies still charging you astronomical rates for insulin that was developed 100 freaking years ago, and the patent's over. And it's just it's stupid that people are going pre-diabetic. They can't even get their meds. Look, if somebody has a monopoly, they don't have the competition to give you a good price.
Yeah.
Now we have competition in solar, so we're going to give you a good price to get your business as well. You know, but don't sit there with somebody that has nothing in it for them to give you a better price.
Makes sense.
And the utility knows you're tapped into that IV in their arm until you say solar, and they're counting on you not being smart enough to do it.
I love it. Yeah. Great thought, Rob. Thanks for that input, and hopefully somebody will think about that. Right?
I hope so, because let me tell you, it's so nice to get calls from people that are saving money. I mean, it's like one of the best businesses to be involved in. We save people money.
All day, every day.
Every day. Wow, how tough is that?
No, it's great. Any last words here, Brett? Did I say last words?
Last words.
Final words?
Here we go.
Don't say
my
last
God.
words.
No.
For this talk only.
Save on your electric bill. Go solar.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just the beginning. Reduce before you produce. Remember, all these little solar cronies out there that are, running around trying to sell against the other guy and the other competition. Don't just buy solar, man. Reduce before you produce.
Yeah.
Do some things to your house. That's why my company, Quality Home Improvement, can help you eliminate a lot of these issues. And then guess what? You can update your house. It looks really bitchin'. And then you put solar system on it, right?
Well, and you might put a smaller solar system on and save you money because you've reproduced before you
How
produced.
about bundling it?
Exactly.
Hint.
No, exactly.
So how about doing the solar? Let's do the windows. Let's do the live paint and the roof at the same time with one company. Hello?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So Brett, good thought, right?
Absolutely.
Go green.
Go green. Let's
Sean?
get some solar pool heating.
Right? Sean?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to mention the proctal exam again?
No.
That first 10 minutes before we got in the show was ecstatic.
I'm sure you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, I cried.
You did, I could tell.
It was
No
so
pun
horrible.
intended.
Any thoughts?
Yes, when eating peanuts, make sure you remove the shell.
Yeah. I wasn't doing that for a while, but because I thought I needed the extra roughage.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's why.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Yeah.
It's Happy Monday. You know what? If you're not going green yet, you should think about it seriously. Give us a call, 1-800-275-2154. Callie's son, the king of solar pool heating, is in the house right now. What's your number, Brett?
909-731-8065.
Hello? And Rob, this stuff that's coming out in the future to make energy efficient homes, spot on, dude. Yeah. Atmospheric water, a little solar, man, can change how we do things.
Bundle it.
Bundle it, baby.
Bundle even the water with the solar. How incredible would that be?
And then Sean Yeager with his new bidet company. Just kidding.
Try it before you buy it.
And so just remember your new bill that's coming out in June, July, and August. The KY insert is just right below the envelope. So
right below the soundbite.
It's
right. And keep in mind, it's not too late to get in for a lot of people for the summer. You know what I mean? We're still having what's our install dates right now about? Are we still around 3 weeks? If
112 days.
I'm trying to depart that.
From beginning to end, we're averaging 28 days.
28 days.
Oh my God. You can't get that anywhere else.
No.
And you've done a couple that was in 2.5 weeks. Yeah, it's like insane, right?
Yes, I think our record was 10 or 14 days, wasn't it?
Yeah, hello.
But that's been a while ago, but that's when you could do an over the counter, on some.
Hey, listen, we're badass here. Let's
if in a month or less you can get in and you're making your decision this late, you're still ready for summer.
And we're ready for you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, perfect. Hey, guys, thanks for hanging out. And thanks, everybody in Southern California, whoever's listening. Thank you for listening to the Energy Hour podcast.
Thank you for listening to The Energy Hour. Visit them on the internet by going to qhiinc.com/TEO. That's qhiinc.com/TEO.
Solaria. Beauty, efficiency, and power. For nearly 20 years, Solaria has set the pace for solar panel performance, efficiency, reliability, quality, and design. Solaria continues to leverage its patented technology, engineering expertise, and sophisticated automation into creating one of the most attractive, energy-efficient solar panels available on the market today. Redefining home solar. Solaria's high-output solar panels deliver maximum energy production in a streamlined, all-black design that complements your home's architectural style with more than 20% more energy per square meter than traditional solar panels. Solaria's advanced Power XT panels pack maximum power into minimum space for industrial leading efficiency. Enjoy clean, reliable power day in and day out, backed by our 25-year warranty. Solaria is the new benchmark for solar energy. Quality you can trust for your home and business. For more information, go to qhiinc.com/Solaria.
This podcast is brought to you by Aliva Digital Marketing, lead generation and SEO for local businesses. Increase your web presence with their results in advanced strategy, including a video website audit and analysis for free. Listeners of this podcast can get 75% off Aliva's fees. But hurry, only the first 5 businesses that inquire can get this deal. Aliva Digital Marketing, a proud sponsor of this podcast. Online at alivadigital.com.